Okay, Our Lady of Perpetual Succor, please gain an audience for me because I have 0 viewers. I am the only one watching my show. There was a point that I forgot to go over the other day when I was talking about my fourth session with the Monsignor, who is trying to get me more comfortable about it coming back to Mass. I like his daily masses because they're teaching masses, like they're interactive teaching masses. All masses are teaching, but um, I enjoy those, but I can't get there because the blood pressure pills just knock me right out all day long. It takes me all day to wake up, as you could probably tell from watching my videos if you've seen them. Um, at any rate, even on Sunday, if I get to Mass, I get there at the end of the day on Sunday or on Saturday, right? More than likely on Sunday. I visit the Seventh Day Adventist on Saturday, and so on Sunday night I'm Catholic. Saturday morning to afternoon I'm Seventh Day Adventist. On Sunday I'm Catholic. Sunday evening I will usually visit my relatives across the street from Seventh Day Adventist Church on Saturday. But I'm here to talk about the point that I forgot to mention in discussion with the Monsignor, and that is that his big issue with the landing in the papal authority landing me in hellfire was that the choice of love versus hate, the choice of Christian charity versus miserliness, this type of stuff, of the spiritual order, and that's what the message was really all about. It's not that the dogma essentially is of outside the church there is no salvation simply means the virtues of love versus the choice to hate and abuse people. So it's as simple as that. It's not really about religion. It's just about being a a Girl Scout versus a villain, or a Boy Scout versus an evil villain. That's really all it's all about, ultimately. And so, because Jesus Christ from the cross has touched all of us with his heart of love, and that's why we continue to exist. However, I raised the concern with him about people who are, when he said that we all have free will to choose between love and hate, I took it, accepted. I says, there's a lot of us who are compromised in our free will. I mean, there are people who are brainwashed and tortured beyond, past no return, and um, compelled to hate, or are brainwashed into hating. And he said, well, they don't have the free will, the freedom to choose, so they're not held culpable for what they weren't free to choose. It was like compelled. These people have been compelled, vacuumed into a life or emotion system of hate. And I'm talking about the victims of satanic occult, who are kidnapped and tortured and emotionally toyed with to death. Um, that he believes, and as does somebody else that I ran into who does not support the Roman Catholic Church or Protestant churches either. Somebody else I ran into also who doesn't support most of the organized religions, but is very, very devoutly Christian. He says that those victims are going to be rescued by the Lord, and once they are transformed in heaven, they're not going to remember anything of what happened to them. But the priest, the Monsignor, was saying something similar, that they're not going to be held culpable. Um, who else that was saying that we are going to remember our lives, but in a non-threatening manner? Somebody on internet suggested we are going to remember, but in a non-threatening manner. Yeah, but we're talking like little children that have been, tortured to death. I think that, it's very possible that when they are rescued in their final hour, that they will probably, after after being allowed a certain amount of crying on our Blessed Mother's shoulder, they most likely will not remember it after a short while. Or I don't know the answers to that one. The Seventh-day Adventists think that in heaven, if we're wiping our tears away, then there are tears. It's a gradual readjustment. So to the new culture of heaven, and the tears are, but they're wiped away. So and then we are in some powerful way assisted with our new culture and haven. So I don't know why I bother, because nobody's listening to me. Maybe I'll just start singing to y'all. Anyways, get your earplugs ready. I do all right in a classical choir if I have a director, despite what my director says. Oh, it's true. I think he was jealous. He was. He wanted to sing soprano. He was jealous. And we get a new director now. But they have a new director, because I'm leaving that church and trying out somebody new.